So it's a good time to be at the movies unless you're a Twilight fan, but then you wouldn't be listening to this because you're stupid.
Yeah,
You're too
you're
busy
busy
reading or whatever kids
and
do nowadays.
bedazzling yourself trying to pretend to be a vampire.
Speaking of Twilight not being good, is anyone else impressed by Adam Sandler's recent ability to be astronomically worse?
Yeah, I
Like
didn't think it
looking at
would
the
get
Adam who?
worse.
yeah,
Adam Bam.
Wait, who?
like I'm looking at the reviews right now for Jack and Jill, and it's got a 4%.
Oh wait, that was that guy that did those
4%.
movies like a long time ago and stopped doing movies that were even worth thinking about.
Right, he thought
Here's a
that going
question:
the whole Eddie Murphy route would be working out for him. Didn't
Why
work.
does
Actually,
why does a movie where a guy who's with walking around telling non-jokes with a version of himself in drag, also not telling jokes, why has that cost $80 million to make?
His budget alone.
it's
He's like, if I'm going
because
to make a train wreck, it's going to be an expensive train wreck.
It's like rather than making movies for the audience, he's making movies so he can give himself a massive paycheck.
Exactly.
well, I think he was always a person who was making movies for himself rather than for anyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go back to Happy
Stress.
Gilmore and Billy Madison. He made those movies for himself. It was about him and his buddies getting together and trying to be funny.
But at least some of those movies were entertaining. Where like you
Yeah,
get
but think about it. How many movies has he done?
Like I saw the recent movie, like I think it was called Grown Ups, and the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like it's just him and his friend joking with each. Him and his friends are all joking with each other,
Yes,
and
that's
we're
exactly
sort of like
how I felt. It's just like,
we're like the third party who's just sort of chilling out in the background and hoping, and maybe you might laugh at some of the jokes they're having in the other conversation of a party.
right.
Yeah,
I don't know what to
But
do when I see someone like Kevin James. Like how I don't understand how someone can be so fully satisfied by the idea of never being in a single good movie. It's
Right.
like it's like a big fat Megan Fox.
except for without
it's
all the sluttiness.
it's basically like a boxer that steps in the ring. It's like, I'm going to get my ass beat, but I'm going to make $100 million. It's just like punch away. It's just sad,
It is.
really. Like what were Kevin James Zookeeper and
It's
like
distressing. Like a movie like Paul Blart Mall Cop comes out and it makes like $150 million.
And then you get Zookeeper, which is the same thing, only in a zoo.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
I'm watching that trailer and I don't know what to do because I'm
I
sitting
didn't
there.
even watch the trailer.
I'm sitting there in a theater full of people, and there's a part where in the trailer a monkey says, "Is TGI Fridays as awesome as it sounds?" And then everyone starts laughing. And then they drive up to a TGI Friday and he says, "Shut up." And everyone starts laughing. And I'm like, why is there's no jokes here? This is just like, it's a guy
he's
in a
making
monkey suit
observations.
it's a guy in a monkey suit making a funny voice and acknowledging things that you know exist. And you immediately start laughing because of familiarity. And that's like a summary of Adam Sandler's and Kevin James's career.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
You know,
sad.
Familiarity is somehow funny to people.
Yeah,
just
because
because they know they recognize something and they start laughing. I
What
just
was
had
that?
I just had this sort of realization that I think Kevin James's career and Adam Sandler's career are possible for the exact same reasons why memes exist, even when they're not funny. Like when you think about it, people keep saying this stupid phrase lately about Skyrim, like I used to be blah 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 blah, then I took an arrow to the knee, and they say that 50,000 times in every little every single video you can see on YouTube that's even vaguely related to any sort of video game. People are saying that, and it's the top rated comment every time, even though it's never funny. And I realize it's because people see something familiar and they vote it up. Or in the case
Right.
of these guys, they see something familiar and they laugh and they give them money. It's like we're dealing with a society that rewards monotony over creativity.